Day 24. Talk like you are in a job interview. Hi. Let me introduce myself. My name is Tural. I've been working as a software engineer for 11 years. I started in 2015. At first, in the company, I've been doing HTML jobs where we were converting books from PDF to electronic versions to be able to add media files such as MP3, videos and other stuff related to the topic. So whenever children read that book, it was not just text, it has supplementary materials. Or if this is a music book, they would listen to the music that they see their notes on the page. At the same time, I've taught myself programming. But honestly, my journey started before even 2015. During our university years, I've learned SQL from my group mate. At the time, he was getting prepared to Oracle certificate. So the SQL was the first mandatory certificate he has to get before he gets his Oracle certificate. And after he gets his own, and after he gets his Oracle certificate, he suggested to teach us. So he was believer of best way learning deeply is to teach. So he started to teach me. And honestly, at the time, I was very curious. I wanted to learn, but the pity side is that I didn't have money to go to programming courses. So I saw this opportunity to learn SQL. I said, why not? Let's start from that. I learned it. And then I went to serve in the military. After a year, I came back and started working. When I was working as a PDF converter, we were using the Bootstrap, CSS, JavaScript, but not JavaScript heavily. It was just like HTML, CSS in a basic level, not in a level that front-end uses. At the time, I bought a CD where there was PHP lessons. It was heavily on back-end side, but also touched a little bit on the front side. Front-end was not as separated as it is today from back-end. I created e-commerce website when I finished that lesson. And during that time, the company didn't give me the job because they was thinking that, okay, we hired you for making these books. We didn't hire you for programming jobs. They didn't need it at the time. So I started searching for other companies. And in other companies, I saw that, okay, PHP is not as widespread and it wouldn't make me employable for other companies. What I did was I started learning C#. I saw that, okay, it's in trend in my country. I started learning C#. And after a while, I found a job in C#. There I said that, okay, I've worked in PHP but never worked on C#. So I'm down. I'm down to get this job for this salary and something like that. Honestly, when I found this C# job, I got 3 times more than my salary. Yeah, it was, I believe, 3 times more than that. And even it was the amount that I never believed that I would make. I came back to my old boss and I said that, how much money should I agree on? And he said, the amount. I said, oh no, but my current salary is 3 times lower than that. He said that, no, this is the salary of this job. Just say it and get it. And now I realize that I could go higher than that even. But at the time I didn't know C#, so I agreed on that and started working. Then after I worked there for about a year, my old boss came to me and told me that, okay, I'm gonna give you that salary and additional bonus other than this salary. Let's work together. And at the time, I didn't like some things in the old company. So this is why I thought, okay, it's a great opportunity. And since the guy offers me better offer, and says that I'm gonna give you 10% of annual profit. Actually, it ended up not 10% or something like that, because his brother didn't agree. He said that why we have to connect someone else to our company and give him percent or something. So it was just like a salary, let's say, okay, 10,000 more per year as a bonus. So it started working as a bonus. Then after I worked there for again 3 years, I started looking for the remote jobs, because it was the time after pandemic, 2 years after pandemic. Yes, these remote jobs are in decline. The market was not as good as it was during pandemic, but still it was better than today. And I got a lot of offers. Honestly, I got a lot of messages on LinkedIn. I didn't even apply for other jobs. I've been getting spammed by these companies, and I've been just... At the time, I was at home and I went to these interviews one after another. I'm sleeping and then I wake up and I see that, okay, you have been declined from 2, 3, 4 companies. I said, oh my God, when did I even get this interview? But I only needed one. So I got 2 offers at the time and chose one and started working there. Then Ukraine and Russia war started, and the things didn't go well on the Ukraine side, and the company was in Ukraine. So I again started looking for the jobs. Honestly, during that time, I have seen one of the guy that I know. I have been reading his blog posts. He posted a job vacancy, and I saw vacancy and I said, okay, this is a great opportunity. I talked to him. He interviewed me on the phone to see what is my English level, and he said that it's okay. Then he helped me what I have to say during the next step interview, and I started working on that company for a year. Honestly, I made a lot of money during that year, and even I paid all my debts, all the debts that I have been thinking it was keeping me up at night. I was thinking, oh my God, how am I gonna pay this money? Because I was getting married and bought home, I needed money and I borrowed some money. So thanks to this remote job, I paid them. Now my time will be over because storage will be full. I hope it's good. Honestly, I wouldn't talk to them on the interview that much, but since ChatGPT gave me this topic for today, it is what it is. Do you like it? Just please, if you watch it, comment. Your thoughts are interesting. What do you think about my days? Yeah, see you. Bye.